Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be talking about how coin dealers rip people off and what some of the best ways that you can buy coins and sell coins to ensure that you're maximizing the value of your items. Because I think that, and this is going to be a video and topic that I get into beyond this video, but it's one of the big obstacles to the coin dealing hobby is that there's a big perception that the people who are involved professionally are really not on other people's side. And I think that that's not really the case, though there's a fair amount of bad apples and people sort of get a bad taste in their mouth. You know, a negative experience is much more memorable than a positive experience. And so it's a good topic to chat about. And I think so the main way that I see it happen is, and it's sort of we're stepping back and thinking through just some of the realities. So coin dealers need to spend their time efficiently when they're dealing with coins. So what that means, and their money as well. So a coin dealer who has a public facing shop is going to treat coins very differently from those that maybe have a warehouse or are just dealing out of a room that they've rented. You know, I've met some that will have like a store on a, you know, in a public facing environment, and others that are like back offices where you can make an appointment. And I think that the ones that are the stores, they have much higher overhead costs. So they need to be able to pay those somehow, and most likely is they're weighing against how much does it cost to have this easier accessibility to the public. Can I buy a lot more coins? And they're probably going to have to pay slightly smaller amounts for those coins because they need to, and they need to recoup that investment. But there's different types of coins within that they can pay more for or they can pay less for. So a great example of this is graded coins and silver bullion versus ungraded coins, and especially world, ancient, Islamic, medieval, metals, things like that. Because when we think about the advantages of world coins, you can buy incredible items for the same price that you can buy something that's super commonly found in the United States. The other flip side to that is when you sell it, it's much more challenging to have confidence in the market, and it's much more challenging to sell that coin efficiently. And so these sorts of thinking apply to pretty much every area that coin dealers, I'm not talking about the obvious scam like it's a gold coin and a coin dealer offers 1/10 of the gold price, or doesn't even mention it. They see it in a collection and they just say, I'll pay you X amount for the whole collection. So I think, you know, the next step to this is the issue with the world coins, the issue with the US coins that are, and we'll also talk about low versus high value, but the effort that they have to then put into selling it for an effective and efficient price is going to be far higher. So if you have a rare world coin, you're going to have to spend a lot more time putting that coin on eBay and getting individual buyers, because if you just sell it to another coin dealer, they're going to have to do the exact same thing. So they're not going to be able to pay super, super high prices, and instead will just, I guess, let the coins, you know, they'll just offer really low on the coins and not have an effective sort of scalable way to sell these items. And so the same thing goes with metals, but the other thing that really moves the coin market is that there's these big wholesalers who they want to buy, they'll put out a buy sheet and they'll buy all of your Morgan dollars at X amount. So that gives a lot of confidence, and there's lots of different people who are putting out these buy sheets because they feel like they can sell them at a certain level, and so they sort of bid each other up. And say for Morgan dollars, if somebody says, I'm paying $27, and there's sort of 5 different buyers who will buy them for between $26 and $27, then as a coin dealer, I know, okay, I can pay $22 for these coins all day long and make that $4 or $5 a coin. On the other hand, if it's a coin that's a world coin that should retail for $27, nobody's going to have a $22 buy. Probably nobody at all is going to have a buy on some type of specific coin, and so the time that somebody's going to have to take or pay somebody else to take to sell these coins is just totally skewed and a much different atmosphere and a much different dynamic. And so the same thing is the case with raw versus graded. If you have graded coins, there's lots of dealers that have a very established or straight out set out buy price on these coins, and there's a lot more confidence in that sort of a market. But if you have the same coin, it's a mint state 65 wheat penny, say, and the graded one is going to sell for $100, a coin dealer can probably pay 65, 70 bucks for that. And if they know they can immediately sell it for 85 to a coin dealer friend, something on that margin. But if you have it ungraded and there's the risk that, okay, it looks very good for 65, but if they send it into the grading, even if they can do it bulk, they're still going to pay 20 bucks plus cost to do it. And it may come back as 64, which is only worth 50 bucks, and it's going to take a lot more effort to sell that coin. Then the coin dealer probably might offer, for that raw coin, 10 bucks, 20 bucks, something like that. And it sounds like a massive disparity, but that's just the reality. So how much of the work can you do to efficiently maximize the items that coin dealers are not going to be comfortable taking on the effort for what is, in all honesty, probably not massive reward? So then again, another consideration is if somebody's, say, selling an estate and the estate is worth $500,000 and there's a $3,000 coin collection, just like they're going to put a lot of effort into selling the house from that estate and maybe some very high-end paintings or some gold bars or something. If there's more specialized types of coins, that's where you often just see it. Okay, we can get 85 or 90 cents on the dollar, maybe 95 cents on the dollar for the gold, 95 cents on the dollar just market price for the house plus whatever the fees. But then the sort of the chaff, even if the chaff is slightly more recognizable coins, maybe they get 50 cents on the dollar for. So the same logic applies to just generally selling things. The smaller, and I said I would talk about this, small versus big. The smaller items, and small can really be like under $100. Morgan dollars are different, but a lot of $30 Buffalo nickels retail, a coin dealer may not really want to deal with those. Or maybe they might offer $4 a coin and try to sell them in lots and get $8 or $10 a coin to somebody who's going to take it and individually maximize that. And so that's much different, and maybe an advantage in buying a $10,000 coin is that, there's somebody can make $500 on one coin if they can buy it for $9,500. So that's something that's a very important consideration. The large versus the small, again, it feels like you're getting ripped off based on percentage value, and the reality is by far most collectors are buying things in the under $50, under $100 range, and so there is that, it's maybe alarming news to hear. But on the other hand, the whole point of this is when you go to sell your coins, if you want to do it efficiently and maximize what you are selling coins for, try to sell the stuff that's special on your own, or try to sell the stuff that's like it's a rare metal and it should be $100 metal, but a coin shop might offer you $5 or $10 for it. And a coin dealer, like maybe me, if I saw that $100 metal, I don't know that I'll get $100 for it. Maybe I think I'll get 60 or 70, but it's going to take a lot of effort to sell. So maybe I offer $40 for it. That's still 40%. And so maybe that sounds really dishonest, but I think that that's just, another thing to be totally truthful is that I very rarely buy from retail at this point because it takes me so much time to put the effort towards finding those. I don't have a physical location, and so I would much rather buy wholesale from other coin dealers where there's no issue. You're not ripping a coin dealer off if they have a bunch of items that they want a fixed price for and you pay that fixed price. So that's something that I think about. Hopefully helpful perspective. I don't know, maybe I said something that sounds really bad when I play it back on camera, but I think that this is a good discussion of how coin dealers rip people off. Are they really ripping people off? I probably would say no, it's more just the market. That's how it works. On the other hand, there's a lot of people like scam coin marketers. There's, and you can do that ethically, but there's a lot of real scam types. There's people who are going to pay, they're going to call a coin fake when it's real, or not notice a key date, they'll see a 1909 SVDB and just pay a wheat cent or wheat penny, I combined cent and penny, price of 5 cents for the item. There's plenty of ways that you can scam people in coins, but I think just the market realities and the gray areas here. What's the exact proper price to pay? It's really a item by item and a shop by shop. Maybe a shop is sort of upfront. They're like, we don't pay top dollar, but we pay you well. We have the cash. You can have the convenience of selling it to us, and that's totally fair from my perspective too. And so it all depends on how, and it just shows the importance of understanding a good exit strategy as you craft your collection. Know where you can go, and understand that a $5 coin, if you sell it to a coin dealer, it's like a $5 world coin. They might want to pay 50 cents for it, because can they efficiently sell something and make $4.50 before any of the payment processing, labor, other platform fees? Like eBay's 13%, and then you have to pack it up, ship it out, deal with it in your inventory tracking system. There's a lot that goes into that sort of thing, and it's another reason. Maybe the general advice is like to buy a few more, or at the top price range. If you have $500, don't buy 500 $1 coins. Buy anything from one $500 coin to maybe 10 coins with the average value of 50. Just something to think about. But then your collection is also smaller. There's lots of ways to collect, and if you have the right perspective, if what is going to give you joy and fun out of the hobby is to put together that 500 $1 coin collection, that's going to be a lot more history told in that one than one $500 coin. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.